YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels is back with some more NFL team-by-team record predictions for the upcoming 2018 season. For all these videos, we're using the website playoffpredictors.com. I'll link in the description. Go click on it. Check it out. Cool website. You can make your own predictions if you would like. But on to the AFC West teams. We did the Broncos. We're on to the Chiefs for this video. Keep going through the AFC West. Then we will do the NFC West playoffs. Then Super Bowl. And we got a few other Frogs and Angels members going to make their predictions so you guys can get a different view, different perspective on things here. And then during the year, NFL Weekly Pick'ems. Should be fun. But let's talk about the Chiefs. You know, it's Mahomes' year. Looking pretty good in preseason. Does that mean that much? You know, probably not. People usually overreact about preseason. But I like Mahomes a lot, you know. Number 2 quarterback in that draft class behind Watson. So I'm pretty high on Mahomes. You know, is he going to be what he's going to be right now? Like, people are expecting him just to hit his prime right now. You know, he'll slow down a little bit. You know, he could be good. He's going to be good. But it is going to take some time, you know. Receiving units. You know, I think it's something that's a little maybe overhyped. You know, I like Tyreek Hill a lot. Obviously, great football player overall. Travis Kelce. But then all of a sudden, Sammy Watkins, people are like thinking he's what we expected him coming out of the draft. You know, he really hasn't been that yet. He's a solid option to have if healthy. If on his game, he can be good. But maybe, you know, it's a good unit. It's a good unit, but you know, you can't expect too much from Sammy Watkins because then he may let you down. You know, I was very high on him in the draft process. He's let me down a little bit. So if that Sammy Watkins shows up, maybe he's on the right team he needed. You know, maybe he hasn't been on the right teams for him. So that's a possibility. If that Sammy Watkins shows up, that this could be something special. So we'll see. Love their offensive line. Very good run blocking offensive line. Not to take anything away from their pass blocking, but run blocking is excellent. Running backs are excellent as well. You know, Kareem Hunt leading the league in rushing yards. Excellent season. But they got Spencer Ware, too. They really like Spencer Ware. So we'll see how much action he gets. Good running back unit. Not worried about their offense. I think it'll be a high-powered offense. I think they'll be able to throw the ball downfield. The defense, on the other hand, I think they'll allow people to throw the ball downfield. Looking at their secondary, you know, they get one of the best safeties right now and the last how many years back in Eric Berry. Can he stay healthy? I mean, I'm expecting him to. Injury was early last year. He's a tough guy, great football player. So I expect Eric Berry to be back, ready to play this whole season. So, I mean, that helps. But other than that, you know, losing Marcus Peters was pretty big. Trading him away, it was pretty big. Didn't think they got enough in return for him. They get Kendall Fuller. I think he was one of the top slot corners in football last year, not outside corner. Does that mean he can't play outside corner? No, it does not. But another player, maybe you can't expect all that much from him. I think he's going to have to step and play outside corner. You know, they draft young player Tremont Smith. You know, good potential, but is he ready right away? Is he going to have to step up? That's the question. They go out and pick up Orlando Scandrick very recently, and that it's a good thing to get another veteran player in there. You know, he's not going to be super good, but there is a pretty big downside to it. It tells me something I kind of already knew, is that they're kind of scared about their secondary a little bit. They know they don't like what they're seeing. They know they need somebody else. They got somebody else. That's the good thing, you know. But the secondary is a little scary. And looking at the linebacker unit, you know, I'm not really loving this linebacker unit. Justin Houston, you know, he's going to have to step up. He's going to have to, I mean, he's a very good player. He's going to have his season. D Ford could be a guy that can step up, you know, or they're going to need him to. Defensive line, Chris Jones, really like his game. They draft Breland Speaks, you know. They're going to need some guys to step up. You know, I'm not liking this defense compared to the past few years. So, like I said, they can air it out on some teams, but I think some teams will air it out on them. Let's get into the schedule. Tough division. Let's break it down. In LA, week 1, you know, being in LA is tough, and I think the Chargers are the better team, more balanced team. You know, they can play defense on them. The Chiefs are going to score. They can play defense on them, though, but I think they can score on the Chiefs as well. I like the Chargers in this one. Week 2 is in Pittsburgh. I think this is going to be an old-fashioned shootout. You know, that's my prediction. I think it'll be a high scoring. Who do I take in a high scoring game? You know, I can't go against the Steelers. Maybe if they're playing the Patriots of the Saints, teams, the Falcons, examples like that, and then maybe it could go either way. But young offense, high-powered offense versus the veteran, high-powered offense in Pittsburgh. I got to go with the Steelers. Home against the Niners, I like the Chiefs in this one. This can be another offensive game. I think the Chiefs can score on this Niners defense. I think the Niners offense can score on this Chiefs defense. I like the Chiefs in this one. I like them at home. Week 4 is in Denver Monday night, a game that I mentioned could go either way. In the Broncos video, I did pick the Broncos on Monday night because the Broncos could struggle this year because of their offense, but I think they could score on the Chiefs. Could go either way, though. The factor is Monday night in Denver. Week 5, home against the Jags. I played the matchup game in this one in the Jags video, and I'm going to stick with it. I like the Chiefs in this one at home. I think, the Jags game is defense. I think Bortles could struggle this year. Hasn't looked good so far. He really improved last year, so what are we going to see from Bortles? But so even though the Chiefs defense is weaker, the Jags aren't going to score an insane amount of points. The Jags do have one of the top defenses, but they really haven't seen something what the Chiefs are bringing here. It's something a little different, so I think the Chiefs can score enough points here at home and win this game. So I like them. Week 6 in New England. They beat New England last year. That was week 1. Week 1 is you can categorize week 1 with preseason. Yeah, it counts, but it really doesn't tell us much about the rest of the year. The Chiefs can win this game. They can put up a lot of points again. So maybe the matchup favors them, but I like the Patriots at home. I think they're the better team. Week 7, home against the Bengals. Oh, this is tough. I think the Bengals could be a pretty solid team this year. Really depends on coaching. If they don't end up being solid, I'm going to go ahead and blame it on the coaching. The Bengals, similar to a Broncos type of team. I think if they struggle, besides coaching, it could be because their offense can't put up enough points. I think their offense does get better, though. Good receiver group, Joe Mixon. And then looking at this Chiefs defense, I think they can put up points. So I like the matchup game here for the Bengals. So at 2-5, that's a little rough. Week 8, home against the Broncos. Don't think they get swept by the Broncos. Think they'll take them in this one. They can put up some good points. Week 9 is against the Cleveland Browns. I will take the Chiefs in this one. I think the Browns, good on paper. I think their secondary could struggle a little bit. Some good young players there for the future, but I think it can struggle. I think the Chiefs can really air it out here. Bad matchup for the Browns. Week 10, home against the Cardinals. I like the Chiefs in this one. The Cardinals could be a sneaky team. I think, I don't know. I was about to say they're the better team. Are they really the better team? That's what I'm trying to think. I don't think far off. I think they're the better team mainly because they're offense, but I like them at home. Week 11 is in No, it's not in L.A. It's in Mexico. I don't understand the games. I don't understand the Mexico games. I don't think either teams are happy about that. Well, I don't think the Rams are happy about that because does that count as a home game for the Rams? That's the part I don't agree with. But, man, it's, another high-scoring game. But the thing with the Rams is their defense could slow down the Chiefs' offense enough. Not stop them, slow them down enough. So I'll take the Rams. We're at 5-6, looking a little better than 2-5. The bye week, week 12, then week 13. Ooh, coming off the bye week, but going to the Raiders' house. Man, that's tough. The bye week could help them. Not all teams it helps, though. You see teams, some teams it helps them figure things out, but some teams, they start to go slumping after the bye week. So I'm not saying either one of those will happen here, but I like the Raiders at home here. Offensive game. I think the Raiders can put up some good points this year. Week 14, home against the Ravens. Ravens can play some defense, but the Chiefs will score. Ravens offense could struggle this year, but they could score on this Chiefs defense. I think it's really going to be on the pass rush for the Chiefs. The thing that could really change my thinking of the Chiefs defense, which is possible, is the pass rush. Justin Houston's going to get a good pass rush. What level of Justin Houston are we going to get? Chris Jones can get a good pass rush. They got some young guys too. Does Passon, from Villanova last year, step up this year? I thought he'd play like a D-line position. They're trying him outside linebacker. We'll see what we get from him. He's he was a raw guy, very high potential. So we need a few more years to decide if it was a good pick or not. So, even after this year, if you're a Chiefs fan, I wouldn't judge that pick quite yet. A little bit of a project. But maybe he steps up this year. D4, maybe this guy needs to step up. So I think the pass rush is very, very key for this defense to help them win games. Defense isn't going to go out there and win them games. I like the Chiefs in the Ravens game. Maybe they can get a pass rush going here. Maybe after this bye week is what I'm thinking. I seen teams last year, not just last year, every year, but seen teams last year. As soon as they hit mid-season or as soon as they hit a bye week, the pass rush is figured out somehow. They get going, and that is the difference. That is the push to make the playoffs. So that's what the Chiefs need. Not saying they are or are not are going to have that pass rush or that's going to happen. I'm just saying that's what they need. They have guys with the potential to do it, so we'll see. Week 15, home against the Chargers. I like them splitting this year. I think the Chargers are better. The Chargers can win both games. Maybe they're not going to see a team like the Chiefs offense every week, so that could be tough. This one's Thursday night in Kansas City, so I like the Chiefs. Week 16 in Seattle, another offensive game. I think you don't know what you're going to get from the Seahawks offense. Some weeks they just don't score enough points, even though they have Russell Wilson. That's because his weapons around him, and the weapons around him may not be as good as they were. So at this point of the year, they could struggle. I like the Chiefs in this one. And then week 17, home against the Raiders. The Raiders aren't going to 2-0 them. I like the Chiefs in this one. So we're at 9-7. So they got going a little bit. I did have them starting off rough. I don't like some of the matchups early on in the year. I don't like, that they're pretty young. Mahomes could struggle early on in the year. The defense could struggle, like I said, all year, but I think they will early on in the year. Just tough matchups like the Steelers. They could win. You could say they can win the first game. I don't think they do, though. They can lose to the Niners. They could beat the Broncos here, very realistic. I did have them beating the Jags, just a matchup feeling. Bengals, I played the matchup game there as well. They could win that. So, Mexico, you don't know what's going to happen in Mexico. You never know what's going to go on there. So they can win that. It's tough to say. I want to see more of the Chiefs. Yeah, we got to see them how they start the year. Week 1 could surprise. Like I said, week 1, anything could happen. So we'll see. We'll see. A lot of young talent. Mahomes, really a guy that I'm just really looking forward to watching. Can't wait to see him. See how he does. But that'll do it for this one. Let me know your guys' thoughts on the Chiefs video. Subscriber goals 10K subscribers. Please click that button if you haven't already, and click that like button as well. That'd be much appreciated to help us out. That'll do it for this one. Stay tuned for the rest of the videos. Then we'll predict playoffs, all kinds of fun stuff. We got you covered here at Frogs Angels. That'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.